First of all, the crowd's energy was insanely awesome. Had a buddy in actually from the Bay Area, said he's never heard an arena that loud before in his life. It was awesome to have the former Razorback players with us today at shoot around and around all day, and then be able to attend the game. And happy we won our first league game.
Eric, I think you guys led for over 30 minutes, but it was pretty tense there until the last few. Kind of, what'd you think of the job A&M did hanging around, and what did you guys ultimately do to put them away?
Yeah, I mean, the tape that we watched, we kind of figured that it would be a grinded out game. There's not a lot of transition flow when you play A&M. Thought Coach Williams did a phenomenal job of controlling tempo, and their three-quarter court press is not a press that they try to turn you over, but it is a press that'll eat up a few seconds of the clock. Having said all that, we all know that it's really difficult to win a game. And, we're 1-0 in league play, and we've played, good basketball. I did not think that it was our best game of the year, but we played well enough to win. But we certainly have to play a lot better in Baton Rouge than we did tonight.
Hey, Coach, it looked like your all-guard lineup kind of changed the game late and then sealed it. What did you like about that group's play?
I thought that, when we went with the 5 guards, it was a little risky. Naturally, as a coach, you think about, when you have 5 guards out there, defensively and rebounding is what you're concerned with. The 5 guards was our best lineup defensively, and they were our best rebounding lineup. What I didn't think was going to happen was I didn't think we'd struggle to score. And we went through a scoring drought with those guys out there. But a lot of that's not on our players, it's on us. We ran middle pick and roll, and we ran the shot clock down. We didn't even try to get any action till about 11 seconds on the shot clock because I was looking at the score and felt like if we just milked the clock a little bit that there wasn't going to be enough possessions based on them not playing real fast either. So it was a little bit of clock management. We were playing a little bit of a gamble, running the clock down, but we felt it was the best way to handle the last 4.5 minutes of the game. We were concerned, obviously, about rebounding, but I thought, we do a great job when a shot goes up of just kind of tipping it and keeping it live and then hoping one of our guys outreacts somebody. And, for Mason and Isaiah to lead us in rebounding, I think they combined for 11 boards. Phenomenal. But I thought that small group was really good getting defensive stops when we needed it.
That scoring drought was almost 6 minutes, but Isaiah Joe 11.
It felt like 30, Kevin, but go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
Well, Zay had 11 in the final 8:28, and if you go back the last 3 games, he's been not only efficient but a volume scorer in the second half or late in games. Talk about the importance of that to help carry your team in some close games lately.
Yeah, I mean, Isaiah and Mason are going to have the ball in their hands, the last 8 minutes of every game we play that's a tight game. That's just how it's going to be every game. And then we're going to make the opposition try to figure out, how to get the ball out of their hands or how to contest their shots or whatever. And the great thing about both those guys is their court vision and their ability to dribble the basketball and create for themselves and create for others.
I think you outscored them 30-12 on the three-point line. How big was that?
Bob, I think when you're a small unit, I go into every game trying to figure out, do we need to outscore them by 20 from 3? Do we need to outscore them by 50? It's the same thing at Indiana. We had to outscore them significantly from three-point land to stay in the game. And that line is really important to us offensively. And it's maybe even more important to us, defensively, taking away the 3. And I don't know what they go, 4 for 14, and 2 of them were bank shots. So, when I meet with the team tomorrow, statistically, to me, they went 2 for 14 from 3 because I know they didn't call those 2 bank shots. So we're doing a great job of defending that three-point line to open up scoring margins from behind the line.
Early in the game, when it was a grind even from the beginning, it looked like J5 came in, hit the glass. He and Desi were getting to the basket, getting the free throw line. How big was it for those two to attack and play physical as smaller guards?
Yeah, both those guys. They they'll scrap around down there and get loose balls, and they'll dig the ball out of post players and go down there and forcefully jab at the ball and not go down there soft when they go double team or trap the post. And they're both good rebounders for their position. And then, what happens is the defense gets, so concerned with Isaiah and Mason that I think it does open it up for other guys.
About Sills in general, because Buzz talked about him just being a pesky player. Just overall, what do you feel about his impact on this game?
Yeah, I mean he's done such a great job for us all year. I mean, there's not it's not often that when a player goes through a shooting slump, which he did early in the year, that you still play a guy 30-plus minutes, and we were doing that because of all the intangible things that he does for us. He doesn't care how many points he scores. He doesn't care how many shots he takes. He does want to be out on the floor. He doesn't like sitting on the bench. But he gives us so much. He's always a scoring threat. I think he's done a much better job this year than he did last year at taking the ball to the basket. And he is a pest for the opposing team, and he's a tough-minded young man.
Anything else for Coach? All right, guys. Appreciate it.
That was pretty easy, man.